Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's Deuce the Scoop. It's Big Dog Chico. It's yours truly, Uncle Neely. Jalen Ramsey to the Steelers. LeBron may be out of LA. James Harden staying put in LA. And the WNBA is going to Cleveland. And we got Martavius French with us live on the morning run. We up.
It's morning somewhere. So we're going to bring you guys the morning run, 7 a.m. Hawaii time, 11 a.m. Mountain time, 12 noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Uncle Neely, Dukes the Scoop, Big Dog Chico, live and in effect. Got a special guest joining us today, Martavius French, the linebacker from the Colorado Buffaloes. He will be joining us.
Memphis 10 in the building.
That's what you call the dirty dime, right, Unc?
I'm in the dirty dime, Memphis, Tennessee.
I know it by now. You say it a lot, so I know it now.
It's like your pineapple to the Big Apple. It's my thing, you know.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all joining in. Make sure you get in the chat right now. Put your city and your state or your country in the chat. Also, we have a flash sale going on right now, TMR10. That's 10% off at checkout. Go to the website right now, uncandchico.myshopify.com and get you some. Oh, now, Dukes, what's cracking late?
Yo, what's up with it?
Man, we up in this thing. Got some breaking news going on, man. NFL news, NBA news. We're going to bring in some Colorado Buffalo news, of course, with French. But let's go ahead and get into the national news, man. What's going on? Let's go NBA, NFL. Which one y'all want to go first?
It don't matter which one you hit, Chico. We here for it.
Man, hey, well, I guess we can go ahead and start with the news that just came out right before the show started. That is, like you just said, Jalen Ramsey, all-pro cornerback, headed to the Steelers for a 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Let me know what y'all think about this trade, man. Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith are Pro Bowler in 2024. He's going to be headed to the Steelers, big tight end, along with a 2027 7th-round pick. 5th-round pick would join Minkah Fitzpatrick going to the Fins in Miami. Good trade. Who wins?
I think on paper you got to go the Steelers. When you talk about 2 Pro Bowl caliber players for one being the corner, one being the tight end. Fitzpatrick played at all pro levels in the past. I think he's going back to the team that traded for him in, I believe, 2019. That was a huge deal back then when Fitzpatrick wasn't far gone from Alabama. It was such a versatile piece of that secondary. And the Steelers for the first few years were able to weaponize him. I think he has 20 career interceptions. Hit a wall over the past couple of years where I think he went one whole year without a pick, and then he went, I think, the last game of the season last year he finally got a pick. But hopefully a new set of scenery can allow him to get back on track. When you think about bringing in a guy like Ramsey, who some people feel like could move to that safety spot, I would love to see him play safety, a physical, who was traditionally a physical corner. I think he can probably get another 8 years out of his frame playing safety, much the way that Charles Woodson did when he was a high-level corner. When he moved that safety spot, I mean, shoot, he basically put another 6 to 8 years on his career. I think Ramsey could do the same thing, and you could use him much like you use Minkah Fitzpatrick, but he also has some tread left on his tires playing corner. And then when you talk about Jonnu Smith returning to Arthur Smith, his former offensive coordinator, he was with them with the Titans, with them with the Falcons. So Arthur Smith gets his guy. I mean, they say get you somebody who loves you like blanket, like, you know, whoever. Get you somebody that loves you like Arthur Smith loves Jonnu Smith. He's going to find his way back to him every time. So I think the Steelers did something that helped them. I'm still not really rocking with them right now. So for the draft,
Yeah,
I'm clear about that. But
for our own reasons.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
I'm elated you went first because, like, had I gone first, I'd be like, I ain't got something to say about the Steelers. I'm still mad that I'm about to draft. But, you know, I can deal with for a second for the sake of being a professional on the show. You know, when you have trades like this, of course, both parties want to walk away from it feeling like they won. But I have to give the double check mark to the Steelers, and I can attach it to the draft. They have absolutely got to get better on defense. Because you're bringing in Aaron Rodgers on a 1-year deal, and he says out of his mouth that this is just going to be it. which means you're going to reset at quarterback next year, which means you're going to need a tight end to check down to and some easy throws. And you're going to need to be improved on defense with somebody who can move around from corner to safety. So I think even if it ends up being a stalemate as far as who won this year, I think in the next 2 years, it's going to be advantage Steelers because they picked up what they need because they did not make a good decision on draft night when they passed over Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. And as Duke's pointing out, coaches are going to get players they're familiar with. And players would like to go to coaches that they've had success with. It's all about that fit at the end of the day and who's going to utilize your talents in the best way. And I think they, in all of these situations, these guys are going to a team and opportunity situation where they can thrive and be better at. Jalen Ramsey, like Duke said, can extend his career now if he moves to that safety spot, or he can be a trio with Slay and Porter Jr. out there with the Steelers. So either way, I think they're more flexible now in that defensive backfield. Although they lost, of course, a Pro Bowler, you bring in another Pro Bowler though. Then you add a tight end, which could improve your offense for Aaron Rodgers, who they just brought in, and continue to move the chain. So I think overall, it helps the Steelers a lot if on paper, theoretically, if everything works out and these guys come in healthy with this game plan, with this team that everybody have set up right now. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. At the end of the day, still got love for him, but Shedeur could have been your quarterback, dog. Every time we mention the Steelers on this show, we're going to make sure we bring that up.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. I got
fraternal
fraternal love for my guy. Shout out to my frat Mike Tomlin. Man, I ain't got too much football love for him right now. I got to blame it on somebody, and because I ain't got the owner's phone number, I got his, so it's on you, Mike. And I say this, Chico, you got to really be unhappy in Miami to want to move to Pittsburgh.
Damn.
Yeah.
That again.
And that's the thing I was gonna get at. Like, I didn't understand why Jonnu Smith would want to leave that offense in Miami. Like, he had a career year, and maybe it was about him getting paid. I think he signed for like 12. He's gonna sign for $12 million, and maybe Miami is like, look, we had a great skill set, but this offense created that spacing for you. So I'm like, shoot, man, I wonder if I could put one more season like that together. But in today's league, where it's not for long, Jonnu Smith is probably about 28, 29. He's like, shoot, man, I got to get it right now. So for him to be able to go get a $12 million deal, because he's going to a pretty loaded tight end room. Like, we forget about Pat Freiermuth, who, if you play fantasy football, he's one of the more solid tight ends that you can get. And then even behind them, and this is what concerns me. I'm worried about Darnell Washington. I don't know if you remember the mammoth tight end out of University of Georgia, who was the other tight end with Brock Bowers, 6'7", 260, 70 pounds.
Huge.
What did he go run a 4'6", 4'7" at that size? And he hasn't been able to put it together. This is year 3, so them bringing in Jonnu Smith, I'm saying, man, the writing may be on the wall for him. I would be watching to see what they do with him. Like, possibly could he be had in the trade? And I think he has a ton of talent, and he's still young. So just some other things I wanted to point out about that trade before we move to the next subject.
Maybe. I think we're going to see some of them in action. Aaron Rodgers is who he is. He's certainly a Hall of Fame quarterback. But I think you're probably going to see Rodgers play more, in preseason minutes than you would typically have seen him play in the past, just so he's getting comfortable with the guys out there. Because he didn't come to camp early and that kind of thing. So I think some of that Chico and Dukes is flushing out. You may see some examples of it in tight end play in these preseason games. Hey, y'all know who it is, man. Again, it's the morning run. I see Tennessee is checking in, Arlington, Texas, Houston, Texas, Polk County, Florida is in the building, San Francisco, Alaska is in the building, Dallas is
already.
In the Y'all know what to do when you check in, you tap in, let us know where you're watching from. We're going to take super chats and also, questions from members as we bring our guests on for today. Chico.
Okay, well, we're going to go to the Lakers since you want to pass like magic. Lakers, who just sold for $10 billion. Now they're looking for a center. And LeBron James, after he just re-signed, say, man, we got to fill this roster out. And so I'm looking at this big guy, former number 1 pick, former Sun, former Arizona Wildcat, and that is big DeAndre Ayton, who's just been bought out of his contract from the Portland Trailblazers. So he's a free agent. Lakers should be eyeing him. Could he be a great fit for Luka and the Lakers to be the big man in the middle? What do you think, Dukes and
Well,
Yeah,
they got to do something because when you say LeBron signed, he didn't sign to stay. He signed his option, which means he could get up out that thing. He has a no trade clause. They can't move him, but what he signed, he can move himself. And I think he's just hedging his bet. Like I think he's doing it to motivate the franchise with new majority ownership and also protect his interests because in his last 2 to 4 years that he's likely going to play, he wants to compete for and win another championship. And it's been proven that the current roster in LA cannot get that done, cannot get out of the West, and they need some more pieces. So I think it's add the pieces that he wants or needs, or he's out.
yeah,
as he should be? Go ahead, Dukes.
yeah. I mean, man, I think you want to know like how I really feel, man. It's some BS, man. Man, DeAndre Ayton all of a sudden buy himself out of the deal right after the damn Lakers get bought for $10 billion. And now they don't care about the second luxury tax apron, so they can sign a guy like DeAndre Ayton.
Collusion?
Like, yeah, I don't know, collusion, confusion. It don't matter. The Lakers trying not to be losing, and I don't think.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I don't know, man. It just seemed wild to me, and I'm hating a little bit because the Hawks need DeAndre Ayton. They were in the trade talks for the DeAndre Ayton before he, when he got traded the original time. So yeah, man, like I'm hating on it. I hope, but I think that would be the perfect fit for that Lakers team to get a guy like DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton really hooped last year. I think he would, if I ain't mistaken. I know he had like maybe 15 and 10.
I didn't even pull it up right now, but I know he can still provide at least a 15 and 10 in the right situation, especially with Luka in the pick and roll situation, lob situations. Dog, this is all we need you to do. Be a force down here. Be what Jackson Hayes wasn't down here. You know what I mean? You're playing with LeBron and Luka. You're going to have the opportunities. Play ball. You're number one pick. You should have talent.
And I love a big man, a center who can hit his free throws, and he can shoot them.
That's huge right there too. So at the end of the day, I think it'll be great. What you think, Unc?
I'm laughing at Beamer Cleaner 11. Beamer Cleaner 11. My dog Deuce wants the Hawks to get everyone. Hey, anytime somebody available, Deuce like, no, I want the Hawks to get him. Hey, the Hawks need to hire Deuce as their ambassador. I think all this is spot on. There could be a little collusion and conversation and watching the market. I think there's posturing on both sides. I think LeBron would love to stay in LA and win one, but he also has to, at least in demonstration, state that he's willing to leave to win one. But that just puts pressure on the franchise to, sit down and say, hey, what do we really have to do to get in and have a run? Because you look how the Timberwolves are built. You look how OKC is built. Even the aging Warriors were right there in it for a minute. And as long as the Nuggets have Joker, they're in it. So there's some teams out there you got to get better than. But, whoa, stop the press. The Rockets just got better in the West with KD, and San Antonio is coming up too. So this ain't as easy as it looks to come out the West no matter what you add. So I think LeBron has to sign that player option because, as I said before, Dukes, it's easy to get there from the East.
Man, look, I just realized something. But DeAndre Ayton still, as old as it seems like he is, he's still only 26, bro.
26 years old, dog. 75% from the free throw line,
he
like you said. 14 and 10. We'll take that all day with the Lakers. 14 and 10 guy.
Man, a veteran rim runner, like we know, like you saw how far Gafford helped the Mavs go when they got him from where did he come from? Charlotte?
Daniel Gafford, did he come from? Either Charlotte or
Cleveland
Brooklyn,
or something?
Didn't
he? Yeah, maybe Brooklyn. I don't know wherever he came from. He energized that team. They already had Lively. I think Lively had a few issues. He was a rookie, maybe a couple injuries if I ain't mistaken. But when Gafford got there, that took the Mavericks from being a borderline 6-7 seed to being that playoff team that made it to the Western Conference Finals that year. No, they made it to the finals. They won the Western Conference. So I think Gafford came from the Wizards. Good call. Don't give a damn.
Hey, quick geographic shout outs. We got Arizona in the building, Detroit, Nassau, Bahamas is in the building. Goliad, Texas, Baltimore, Maryland, Omaha, Nebraska, Little Rock, Fairmont, West Virginia is checking in. And guess what, Chico?
What you say?
Not only Decatur, where it's greater, Dukes, Italy is in the building. Got somebody watching from Italy right now checking in.
Man, we all over the world. Italy. Make sure you put your city, your state, and your country in. What time is it?
That'd be nighttime.
Yeah, it's probably going to the evening time right now. Probably about 6 p.m. over there. Yep. So we're all around the world, the same song. Let's do some Memphis stuff. You ready?
Okay. You know, hey man, look, Memphis my second whole day. You know, I'm always waiting for some. We hit 55 North, man. Going to there north. See Project Pat, Black Haven, where I be.
That's right.
That must mean my man French is in the building. French ready to come on?
Yeah. Little shirt, big chest. Let's get it, man. Memphis, man, we in the building, dog. What's happening? Big French, what's up, baby?
What's up? I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for letting me come on the show.
Man, absolutely, man. How you feeling, man? How your body feeling with that Coach Swayze summer one in the books?
Man, it been feeling good these last couple of days. I've been able to finally give me some rest. You know what I'm saying? Sleep every day. But the first couple of weeks, he been getting out this. But it been some good working out. You know what I'm saying? Been some good work. So
good stuff, man. Hey, first of all, we got the linebacker in here. If you guys don't know, number 37, Colorado Buffaloes. We're gonna see if he's gonna keep that number. We're gonna get his full story, talk about the past, where he came from, how he ended up in Colorado. But let's go ahead and stay in the summer workouts right quick. Tell us about how different have these workouts been compared to the past workouts you've gone through.
Man, honestly, just conditioning wise is already, you know what I'm saying, set the chart. But it's kind of different, you know what I'm saying? Because coming out of high school, going to Tennessee, it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, nearly the same. But Coach Swayze, he's for sure with the conditioning wise, you know, I never ran as much, you know what I'm saying? I feel way better, you know what I'm saying? Even when I even run, like when I get tired, I can feel myself, you know what I'm saying? Like still have more in me, you know what I'm saying? Than I usually do it just by the way we condition it. I feel myself getting stronger, you know. He just takes his time with us, you know what I'm saying? Make sure whatever he got planned for is the right thing. And I mean, it's been working for me so far, so I love it.
Absolutely.
Now, so man, like last year, you came from UTSA. Y'all have some talent. Man, I got a chance to be hip to Chris Murray. Big guy. They loving him on where he went. Y'all had a ton of talent down there. What made you choose Colorado? Because you had a bunch of teams after you. Why Colorado?
Honestly, just because when I came on my visit, mostly just like other my teammates, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these coaches where we want to be, you know what I'm saying? This our main goal, you know. I have like I'm a graduate, you know what I'm saying? I'm a graduate transfer, so my goal is to try to get to the next level. You know, I want to play in the league, you know, so just taking this advice from all these coaches, you know, soaking it all in. That's really my, you know what I'm saying, main reason why I came here, you know what I mean? Because a lot of other schools that will recruit me, you know what I'm saying, they have history of putting players in the league, or like North Carolina had Bill Belichick, you know what I mean? But it's just the foundation where all the coaches are already here, you know what I'm saying? It just felt comfortable for me, you know what I mean, as a graduate, you know what I'm saying? It's been in college for a long time and finally just seeing a lot of stuff, it just felt comfortable for me.
Nice.
And when you talk about that comfortability, French, you know, I know this strength and conditioning, you know, time right now coming out for spring ball, but you seem to have built like great relationship already with Coach Hart and the other linebackers in the room. You know, was it about your personality and mindset where you don't look like the new guy around there? You know, you really bonded well. Talk about, you know, that process for you transferring in.
It's just for one, it's just the type of person I am, you know what I'm saying? In general, with any room I go in, with any team I ever been on, I just try to be the best teammate in that room. You know what I'm saying? Try to get my teammates to understand the type of person I am and try to, you know what I'm saying, the type of person I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to be the best. So I know I'm gonna have some bad days, you know what I'm saying, but I want them to understand me as a brother relationship, you know what I'm saying, so it don't be as bad on each other, so we can understand each other, you know what I mean, and build those type of bonds. But personally, I just wanted to, you know, like I said, once again, it's my last year, but also, I just wanted to be a leader in this room because a lot of our guys are kind of young, and some of our guys, you know, are like around my age, you know what I mean, as well. But leadership in different roles from different of us, you know what I mean? Everybody bring their own leadership, you know what I'm saying, to the room. So my goal is just to try to bring that light, you know what I mean? I know I got a big personality, You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Try to make everybody smile. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So that's just my goal or my role that I feel like, what I'm saying, how I can bring our room up. Because I know if I have everybody in there feeling good, you know what I'm saying, the rest will take care of themselves. If, I feel like if everybody in the room dead, you know what I'm saying, don't have no energy, then it don't even feel good. It don't even feel like the game. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk about real quick. I know your bio is online. People can read it and stuff, but let's hear from your own, out of your mouth, your own words about coming up in Memphis. How'd you get involved in football? Kind of like your family background, brothers, sisters, things of that nature.
Uh, I had I had a cousin that played high school ball at school in Memphis called Ridgeway High School. I started playing football like around age, but also my uncle that passed away, he took care of me. Like my mother passed, so it's my mother's brother. You know what I'm saying? But it was his wife, brother. It's so much to it, you know what I'm saying? They introduced
Yeah.
me to football, like he coached for a little league team, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin, everybody out there was playing, you know what I mean? So I was like the late one coming behind because like I was the cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
on the other side of the family, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they brought me in, you know what I mean? I started playing for a team called Whitehaven Saints, you know what I mean? And it started from there. My first year playing, I was a right tackle. You know what I'm saying? I was oversized, too big. Like I always been the biggest kid. You know what I mean? But like after the next year, you know what I'm saying? They started letting me play more skill position. Then they saying, that I could really go catch the ball because we always used to play street ball. My cousins be in the street. You know what I'm saying? Play 5v5 in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I used to
Mhm.
play some receiver, but when it's time for real football, I had to play right tackle. So that's really like how I kind of grew up, like started playing football. And then I grew up in this area called Whitehaven, Orange, man. I grew up in like different parts of Memphis, just staying with different family members, you know what I'm saying, as I grew up. But majority I stayed in Whitehaven, went to Haven View Middle School, and I also went to Whitehaven High School. Um, can y'all still hear me on here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we got
you
you.
good? You
Oh,
good?
okay. Nah,
He
he
Nice.
had
he
just
was
he
just
had
giving
just
you
sent it
a
out.
solo shot. He was just giving you a solo shot.
That's a big. But yeah, I played at Haven View Middle School. With some of my best friends that I still have to this day now. My first year playing, we went undefeated, won state middle championship, the state championship. Then my first year in high school, I played with some ballers. We won state championship, went undefeated. So you know what I'm saying. So nah, it was going good for me. But I also had some good coaches around me as well. They took care of me growing up. You know what I'm saying. Used to give me ride homes. Used to give me great lectures. You know what I'm saying. To not make stupid decisions. You know what I mean. Like I had a coach that it's crazy because you can say he planned this route for us, but he been told us when we were in middle school, you know what I'm saying, as long as we stayed the course and did what we were supposed to do, this was gonna happen for us. And it actually did turn out. So that's like, you know what I'm saying, majority how it was in Memphis. It's just like any other place, you know what I'm saying? It had its days, some bad days, some good days, but we made it out. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
all that matters.
Man, shout out to
Mhm.
Black Haven, shout out to P Valley, Orange Mound,
Yes,
all the
sir.
North. We appreciate Memphis and the love. Memphis one of the biggest audience on the show, man. So I know they
Yeah.
love having you on here. When you talk about playing in Whitehaven, growing up around parts of Memphis, is that something that even the coach conversations in the car, is that something that instilled in you why you want to go back and do a camp? A lot of guys wait till they get to the league and come back and do camps. Here you are in college doing one. What motivates you to put a kids camp on free for the kids back in the Haven?
Man, so much. For one, I wanted to do it because it just feel good in the heart. You know what I mean? For one, because it'll feel good in the heart because the kids, I know some kids look up to me. I don't know who really look up to me, you know what I'm saying, idolize and whatnot, but I know some kids look up to me. So I know when I was a kid around that time, I had my favorite players like Julio Jones, Tyrann Matthew. They was out of state and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But if they would have had those type of camps in high school, in college, man, I for sure would have, you know what I'm saying, would have went to those type of stuff. So it's just like going back and showing those kids, you know what I'm saying, no matter what circumstance that they go through, it can be any circumstance, you know what I mean? Like you control your circumstance, you know what I mean? Like, so you can do it yourself for one. And also, I know it's gonna be most of the kids out there that'll be stars just like me, you know what I mean? It's gonna be most of
Mhm.
the kids out there. So I just want them to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the vibe, you know what I'm saying? Get to chill with me, you know what I'm saying, for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in college, I'm still trying to chase my goal, just where they trying to get to, you know what I mean? So it's all like it just feels good all around. I just want to just do something for my community as well, bring positivity. You know, afterwards, I'm just grill some hot dogs for them, just have something for them to eat on. You know what I'm saying? Just after they get done having fun, this is just something that I want to do every year for sure too. You know what I'm saying? But this is my first year. I just want to just bring them together and just get them an example of like what they can do. I'm gonna do, you know, multiple college little drills, you know what I'm saying, with cones, bags, to get them an introduction to this type of stuff. You know what I mean? At such a young age, so they can know, you know what I'm saying, what a whiff of it is about.
Hey, quick shout out to you, man. Scorpion Queen 73. She says, both of my hoods. I'm a proud graduate of the class in 92 from the Whitehaven High School. Nothing but love to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
ma'am.
might be out of what's the difference between what's the difference between Whitehaven and Blackhaven?
Blackhaven, then what we changed it to, you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, French, we ain't gonna tell them all.
No. I saw in the chat that somebody
they in the chat getting on me say, calling it Blackhaven. Hey, that's all I know to call it Blackhaven.
Right.
You don't see nobody white, so
that's what I was thinking too. That might be a little southern stuff right there.
Yep. Nah,
you
for
call
real.
it Haven, call it Blackhaven, man. But you know, on paper say Whitehaven, man. We know.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Let me see that tat again, French.
Got my Apple Watch on. Say
Blackhaven. Got the Blackhaven on there represented.
I got the Orange Mound on the other side too. You know, where I'm from.
I just watched 85 South Show last night, and they were in Memphis, and they brought out 8 Ball from 8 Ball to MJG, man. So that's cool. I just watched that last night. Shout out to Memphis,
I like this show. They funny. Carlos in there.
Yeah. Carlos from right up there in Oxford, not too far from Memphis, right?
Oxford, Mississippi?
Yeah, not far at all.
Yeah, Oxford like 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't far at all.
Oh, man. Dukes is on you, Duke.
Nah, hey man, I wanted to ask. I had another question, but now we talking about we getting into my what I like to talk about. So I'm from Atlanta. Man, I grew up on Player Fly. Like that was like we all.
Hey, I miss with Player Fly. Miss with Player Fly.
So I grew up on Fly. I wanted to know who on 4 people on your Memphis list, your basically your Memphis Mount Rushmore of rappers or music. They could be singers, I don't care what it is. Your top 4 from Memphis.
Okay, look though, I was born in 2002. So you know what I'm saying?
I ain't tripping.
All good.
All right, that's cool. All right, look, all right. So honestly, I'm gonna have to put Dolph. I gotta put Dolph. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on that Dolph.
Yeah.
I say I can't even be biased. I say Yo Gotti as well. You know what I'm saying? My folks grew up on Gotti as well. Right. But them two when I was younger, my folks also grew up on 8 Ball MJ, but you know what I'm saying? That's just something I had to grow up and grow it myself. But it's really them my two, and then I go Moneybag Yo. You know what I'm saying? He stamped himself for me. With number four gonna be kind of hard. Let me see. Cause this can go to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know, Shouta been going crazy.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Should I give it to him?
Hey, boy, you kind of got to. You feel me? Shouta been going crazy, man.
I'm gonna give it the glow then.
Yeah. Look, I ain't even had to tell him who. He already knew. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she have though. I can't even lie. Like she have. Like she really have.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's
Sing the song, Unc. Sing the song, Unc.
You know, man, as the 3 of y'all know in the chat know, like I said, Memphis second home. I love his list. I'm gonna allow his list and stamp his list just because you know it's 2002. I'm
appreciate that. Appreciate
it. We got a little difference there, but cannot believe he left off my guys 3-6 Mafia. We got to get 3-6 in there.
Hold on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta take Glow off and put Juicy J. Personally, Juicy J. I ain't gonna lie. I grew up on that Blue Dream and Lane. You know what I'm saying?
Now we talking.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I love me some Glow, but I need a few more years from her.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Juicy J, I can't even act like I didn't grow up on Juicy J. I honestly did.
Man, that Blue Dream Lane was so hard, bro. My boy Screen did that tape too, bro. Shout out to Screen, bro.
Nah, it's so hard.
I still quote Juicy J. You say no to Ratchet, Juicy J can't.
Hey.
I can't say no to it.
That's tough
you got
right there, dog.
you know you honorary Memphis, man. You really got to give your list now. Who your for?
All right. So when I say 3-6, I'm including Juicy J. I'm including Project Pat. I got them all in one category. I know it's 4 or 5 pay, all the way to Crunchy Black with them.
Yeah.
Even Gangsta Boo. I got 3-6 in one category. I got to put Dolph on, man.
Yeah.
I got to put Dolph on. And I got to put 8 Ball MJG as one. And oh man, go ahead and give me Gotti for that last spot. But Glow right there though. Glow coming.
Okay.
She on the way, boy.
Yeah, Glow coming.
Yeah, she on the Chico. What you got, Chico?
Well, then, hold on, Deuce. I gotta clarify something. I know nephew gonna understand. Like, y'all gotta keep in mind when I say 3-6 Mafia, I'm really talking about the whole Hypnotized camp.
Yeah.
Because when Hypnotized took off, man, with 3-6 Mafia, Gangsta Boo, Country Black, like when they drop Who Run It,
man. Tell the club,
can't go to
man.
no club, man. I know this a little bit older than you, French, but we could.
They banned the song from the club.
Man,
for
They
real.
banned the song from the club. Tell the club up.
Tell the club up. Tell the club up. Man,
Who run it?
That was crazy.
Man, funny story, bro. Man, so I don't know if y'all remember T-Rock. He was with Hypnotized Camp Posse, man. He had a song with Slang and Serve. That was his song. ATL, them boys. Yeah. Wow, man. Dog, this man, we was in school, bro. He went to Banneker with us. Man, the dude pulled up in school. He didn't have no license, bro. Man, Paul and Jay was so crazy. They gave this teenage boy a brand new Lexus. Man might have been about 15. Brand new Lexus ES300 in 96, 97. You know, that was damn near like having a Maybach. Bro, pulled up in school, Hypnotized Camp Posse chain on. And when I tell you, bro, that was probably like the closest thing I ever felt to being next to a star. And it wasn't even from straight up, bro. Like being in school with a cat like that. And I'm like, bro, yeah, you could put the CD in and hear him rap and we in the same class. Oh, man. And it was crazy because you would think with all the people in Atlanta that somebody else would have put him on, but he got put on in Memphis, crazy as it sounds.
Yeah, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard.
They our cousins, bro. We love like I said, like Fly really like who we. If you had to pick one person for most people in Atlanta, it's gonna be hard for them to not say Fly, dog.
Play a Fly.
I respect it.
Yeah, for sure.
Already, man. Let's get back to some football real quick. Like, let's go. I got a question, Frank. How has Coach Hart influenced you so far, man? What are some things you learned from linebackers coach Andre Hart already?
With Coach Hart, we often, like when we had these type of breaks, we usually go out, you know what I'm saying, go get lunch or something, you know what I'm saying, just really just talk and get to know each other, you know what I'm saying. So I just say for one, just to get to know him as a person, you know what I'm saying. He opened up with me, you know what I'm saying, and I feel comfortable just open up with him, you know what I mean. So that's for one. But also the football aspect, he slows the game down for me. You know what I'm saying? Our defense not that hard in my perspective because he makes it easy for me to understand. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I need to clarify questions or make sure whatever's right, you know what I'm saying, is right. So I say me and Coach Hart relationship been pretty smooth since I got here. Yeah, haven't really been no rocket. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everything been straight, smooth, and really been up climbing.
Nice.
French, that when you look at your individual style, like the way you would prefer to play, when you consider yourself like, hey, I want to get downhill, stop the run, with your diversity, you talk about playing receiver in the street, like you want to take the tight end on his route. Like, what's your game? What's your style of play? And who in the professional level of linebacker do you say like, okay, that's like me?
I for sure love to start the run. You know, that was I grew up had to do. You know what I mean? That was our defense always been based on stopping the run, and also as a linebacker, just stopping the run. But a couple of players just I say pass, and now you know what I'm saying, like pass is growing up. I used to like Ryan Shazier when he played for the Steelers before he got hurt. Luke Kuechly, you know what I'm saying? Fred Warner, Deion Jones, but now it's different. It's so many linebackers. A lot of those linebackers good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it's one linebacker from the Cleveland Browns. We be watching tape on him, film on him, number 6.
Yeah,
I just like how he move. He dipping real. That's really like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too much one of the biggest. Well,
he popped off. I think he was going to go right into what I was going to talk about, being the sideline linebacker, because all the guys he named were very fast and athletic linebackers, and that's what Coach Hart said he wanted to bring in this season, were more athletic linebackers to this squad. Shout out to Bentley and NAG and what they did, but I think Coach Hart saw, the improvements he wanted to make at that position, from the coach's perspective. So I think that's what French is, man. Had 17 tackles behind the line of scrimmage last year at UTSA. That's exactly what we need, on this defense. A guy who can go stop the run and get in the backfield also. We got French back on now.
My apologies. Grandma called me.
All
Grandma
good.
called me. But yeah, like I said, I'm not one of like the biggest linebackers, so I try to strike and get out blocks quick. So dip and rip is like my type of style. So I've been watching film on him. I like his game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of linebackers in the NFL that have great techniques that I try to take in. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Mhm.
know it's so much that I gotta work on. You know what I'm saying, to get where I want to get to and get my name out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I say just growing up, just playing a lot of football position gave me an opportunity to try to see like the football field from all different aspects and just playing the game, trying to learn the game and see that stuff is really repetitive. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that just helped me just be a better linebacker. I try to be in the film room more to try to understand stuff, and that helped me play better.
Kind of
Hey,
piggyback off
the
that.
grandma call you and tell you she watching
Oh,
the morning run.
I ain't even answer it. That was so crazy. I had declined it and it just cut me out.
that's what she was calling to tell you.
Yeah, she
You on
probably
my
let you know
favorite
I see
show.
you on
Probably
TV,
when she
baby.
was tell them I said shout her out. That was she probably
Shout
gonna
out,
tell. Shout out
shout out,
Granny.
grandma.
Shout out
Yeah,
Yeah.
Granny.
that's hard.
Hey, I was going to say though, with you having like 17 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, tackles for loss last season, and that's some stuff that we wanted to improve on as the Buffs. What are some of like your philosophy, your techniques to get in the backfield? Being a guy who like to use dip and rip, like reading the guards. What allows you to get in the backfield and make those plays behind the line of scrimmage?
Honestly, it's so much in one play that can change like that. First, you start off with my alignment. Like I gotta be in the right. Like I got a line right to even get to the right angle. You know what I'm saying? To beat that block. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I gotta know where my run gap is. I gotta know what my D lineman doing. It's just so much that goes into it. But also, when you playing with some good athletes as well, it just don't always go that way. You know how football be.
Yeah.
They can just destroy the line of scrimmage and just erase stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'd be easy for a linebacker to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much stuff that just goes into it because it's so many plays that I missed last year, and you know what I'm saying, behind the line of scrimmage because of those things, like because I didn't align right or I didn't steady keep running my feet. But I say those are like the biggest things because I used to, even at UTSA, my linebacker coach after the games, we'll sit and watch film and he'd be like, you see how you align on this play? And you know what I'm saying? I made that tackle and you see how on this one, you know what I'm saying? We'll call the same defense, but
Yeah.
I just align over still late, you know what I'm saying? And the other guard to be able to hook me on the stretch plays, you know what I'm saying? It's also about
Yeah.
knowing the run plays. Like I know certain plays that I can get to it, like stretch plays, tosses. I know kind of alignment, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Outrun me to the
Reach you on it.
spot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just depends on like certain plays, you know what I'm saying? But mostly it's just your alignment and your assignment. If you know where to align right and you know where your run gap is and know what to do, it'll be easy. It'll be easy most
Mhm.
of the time.
French, how much do you personally enjoy watching film?
I love it. It's cool with me. I just like always learning the game. Like it don't even have to be about me. I don't gotta always watch film on me. I just want to learn. Like I said, I'm trying to get to that league. So whatever I gotta do, I sit on that film all day. You know what I'm saying? Like it get exhausted for sure. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
saying?
you now, Coach Prime puts a premium on it. He tracks it. When we get to about Wednesday or Thursday game week, if you ain't watched your allotted hours, you ain't playing. Like, is he like? So it's good.
Nah,
Good to hear that you already embrace it.
yeah, nah, you ain't got to worry about that. Well, I'm telling you, like,
Right.
I don't want to keep talking about my old school, but you got my coach at UTSA, they should bring the pages out. I used to have like 3 pages, you know what I'm saying, for just watching film, you know what I'm saying, just going through different formations, you know what I'm saying, different teams, different games, seeing different fronts, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what teams, like all this type of stuff do. So that's what I put myself like, 'cause like I said, like I know what's my pros and cons in my game. So I know I need to study some film, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get on top of what I need to do. And also, like, that's just being a smart football player, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like everybody love a small football player.
right.
Yeah, you're right.
And you talking about those alignments, you can get tips, from the way that the offense lines up. Maybe the offensive guard, the way that his tendencies are on run plays versus pass plays. All of those things can be exposed watching film. And that's some of the reasons why players stay in the film room so much. Not to just watch themselves and what they're doing, but what can I pick up on from
Oh yeah, because
the
they're gonna
guy
give
who I'm
you.
going to be playing against? They're going to give me something that I can
Mhm.
see, but you got to put in that work and find it and watch the film.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Dooch.
Yeah, man, I was gonna ask you. Thinking about your beginnings, like, and you said you moved around Memphis, fought through some adversity. So I remember recruiting wise when Oregon was off after you, like, you like when you came out of high school, man, you had everybody, Oregon, Ole Miss, Arkansas, you name it, and you ended up at Tennessee, and then you go to Hutchinson Community College, and so from going having everybody in the country after you, and then going to Hutch, and a lot of people went to Hutch. Shout out to Coach D. Like a lot of folks go to Hutch,
Yep.
and that's where they kind of remake themselves. Okay, cool. How did your upbringing keep your spirits high enough when you get down when you go from Tennessee to Hudson? How did you being able to adapt, like kind of help you get through that process to get UTSA to build your way up to get to where you are now?
Oh man, I used to talk to my auntie a lot and God, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, because I already been through a lot already, you know what I'm saying? It'd be different if it was that my first time going through some, you know what I'm saying, that hit hard or something. But like it just really felt like another. I didn't really even. I say it was kind of. It wasn't even really hard, but it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, just like financially or, you know what I'm saying, like all that type of stuff, a real life situation. But internally, you know what I'm saying, it was still cool with me because, like I said, like I was still going out there. I love football. I was still around football. They still gave me a
Yeah.
chance to play football. So, like I said, I still talk to majority of my teammates from Hush to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I just wanted to be a great teammate and do what I need to do to get myself up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I know me going down there with a negative attitude because I had did something that I put myself in, my situation in myself. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
can go down there. You know what I'm saying? Just being mad at them. It just didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I just try to be happy even though them days I know I want to be mad, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Just to,
Yeah, man.
yeah. So like that's just how I came up out of Hutch, you know what I'm saying? Was able to be level headed, you know what I'm saying, to get out of there. And also I was like, whatever school give me another opportunity, which was UTSA, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the first school to offer me out of JUCO, I was gonna go to that school to try to take advantage of my opportunity.
Now
Mhm.
Hey,
I think that's
friendship.
excellent too, man, because so many people, like we talk, and everybody knows that Hutchinson is a powerhouse, but everybody don't make it out of there. So the
True.
fact that you did, it's some real talented guys who been to that school that's probably better than some of the people that we see on TV that don't make it
Mine.
out.
That's what I was telling
So
somebody the other day. Yeah, I think I was telling Darius that on the camera. Yeah, I was telling him that the other day. I
yep.
sure will.
And
Now,
then
so
when
man,
you
big up to
Hey,
you for making it out, big dog.
hey,
yeah.
French, you know
Appreciate
what they
this.
call that?
What's up?
They call that growth.
Appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah,
this.
when you can look
Absolutely.
back on situations and see it totally different and hold yourself accountable and say and know and acknowledge the role that you played in it and don't harbor no ill will, that they call that growth. They call that emotional maturity. They call that shit won't happen no more.
Yup, you right about
And that's all you
that.
want in life. I don't care if it's a bad play. You want to be able to look at your film in life, your film on the field, and be like, I'm gonna learn from it. I'm not doing that again.
Yup, you
Yeah.
I
right
can get
about that
beat on the
though.
play, but I'm not gonna get beat that way.
You right about that.
Yeah. Now I know something someone you might have learned from, even though he's not there physically right now in Colorado. That's Coach Prime. Can you talk about some of the things and how Coach Prime might have influenced you to come to Colorado? And how did it feel when you were recruited by Colorado, knowing that Coach Prime was the head coach?
I like I said, man. I really feel like everybody else, you know what I'm saying, they choose Colorado because he a legend. You know what I mean? And, I know he ain't go well. As I've been saying, he ain't giving there's no easy way out. You know what I'm saying? And like that what I like though. You know what I'm saying? Like it be hard on me some days, but at the end I know it's best for me. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
that's really what it is. Like I said, I'm trying to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And if he done did it, you know what I'm saying? He got these coaches around, you know what I'm saying, giving them the great advice, and they go give me some great advice anyway. I don't know, it's just so much. Y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? It's just a blessing because like a lot of people, even some of my teammates in my old school, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's just a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to be able to come here and play for him.
Friends, let me ask you this, bro. Like, when you look at this Colorado defense, you got Coach Rob Livingston, NFL experience, Warren Sapp, Hilo, Kevin Math. I can just go on and on and on. Payco, I go on and on and on. When you look at the past 2 seasons of Coach Prime, the secondary got a lot of shine. Warren Sapp comes in, the D line gets a lot of shine. But in these past 2 seasons, we've never really just made consistent, true noise from the linebacker room. Kind of gets in a shuffle with the group behind you, group in front of you. Do you guys come in that room this year with like a kind of a chip on your shoulder, like, hey, we finna show the world this is linebacker you. This ain't
Yep.
just D line you or CB you. Like this, these linebackers got something to say.
Yes, sir. We want to make plays, and we always trying to make each other better. Like all the linebackers, especially us older guys in the room, we trying to find ways to try to learn defense better and help each other out. You know what I'm saying? So we can be able to be successful all together. So yeah, that's what we for sure trying to make that a mission this year. And man, just I don't like do too much talking, just watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the talking on the field. I like to sit
That's
back
right.
on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a big year for the linebackers this year. You know what I'm saying? I like when people don't have high expectations out of us. You know what I'm saying? Or I say, you know what I'm saying, me in general. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't have high expectations for the linebackers, this include me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go out there and show them different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really about it.
Hey,
Man,
would you being a follow up on that? Sorry, Deuce. Would you being a transfer in, quote unquote, new guy, and you got like say a Jeremiah Brown who's been there, particularly been with Coach Prime since Jackson State, and you being older, how quick do you to be that guy, to hold the room accountable, to check everybody, so to speak, and then how comfortable are you being held accountable by the guys in your position room as well?
Like I said, it already feel like that because we kick it with each other besides out on the football field. Like, you know what I'm saying? We go to the lake with each other, go on the boat with each other. You know what I'm saying? We really did just enjoy each other time. So we know how I know how to understand each other. Like I was going back at the beginning of this interview. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to get my teammates to understand me as a person. So you know what I'm saying? It don't be no trouble at the end. Like when we had these things, because like you said, I do hold my teammates accountable, and they gotta hold me the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's multiple
Yeah.
times my hands be on my hip. JB come right by, swiping right down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta take that. It ain't. I can't take that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to be this leader linebacker, like, nah, don't touch me, you know what I'm saying? Like, he been
Yeah.
here longer than me, you know what I'm saying? I gotta respect him just the same way he respect me, you know what I mean? And I know he trying to make me better, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how I always look at it, you know what I'm saying? I never look at it as negativity, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we ain't young freshmen. We old, we all trying to get somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? It'd be better to help each other out, you know what I'm saying? Because when we win, everybody eat. When
There
nobody
you go.
win, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody get nothing.
Well, I've seen a couple of
You ain't
times, man,
lying.
where Coach Swayze almost had you go to a knee, and you were like, "No, I got to stand up." And somebody else was like, "I've seen y'all do to each other, like no hands on hips, no bending over. Don't sit down, stand up and breathe, get ready for the next rep."
You break that now, it won't be doing it. They won't be doing it in the game.
Yup,
You
and
know.
that's what they're trying to instill in us, and I believe it. Like I
Yeah.
really do believe
That's
it. Like
real.
because those games, the average football player ain't nothing with 4 or 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I mean, you sound like Coach Prime, man. I'll tell you, Prime math be so crazy than one. Now he ain't. Coach start practice, but hey, look, guys, what we got? 10 plays, about
yup,
4 seconds of play. I don't
yup,
need
he said.
40 seconds.
Don't live for 40 seconds.
He done forgot about the warm up. He
Nah,
done
he
forgot about
tells
the
me like
position
that.
work. He ain't count 7 on 7. He like, all I need is 40 seconds and we done. He was like, dog, practice 2 hours. Ain't no 40 seconds.
No, you know what I mean, dog.
But
Right,
nah,
there you go.
yeah, nah, I for sure see, man, they doing us right because I feel like we don't be tired. We don't be dead tired. We ain't gonna be ready. But
Right.
I feel like they putting us dead tired in this altitude as well. So we're gonna be for sure ready. We're gonna be for
Right.
sure ready.
And that breeds that confidence, dog. Nothing like being an athlete and you know you're in shape.
Yep.
And no matter what we're doing, if I know I'm in shape, oh man, I can play some ball and I can play fast. I can not worry about getting tired. You know, it's gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
hell to pay on the other side.
You right
Yeah,
about
so,
that. Nah, you right about
Hey,
that.
man, French, was there anybody who was at Colorado who helped you make the transition when you transferred in that you kind of leaned on when you first got there? Teammate, coach, staff member, is there anybody who helped make your transition to Colorado a little bit easier?
Yeah, yes, sir. Caden Salter, the quarterback. You know, that was
Mm.
one of my closest friend when he first got to Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So we
Oh
still had a
yeah, yeah.
connection. Yeah, so like we still was always talking with each other. You know what I'm saying? Even when we went our different paths, but the fact that we clicked back up, you know what I'm saying, made it even bittersweet. So you know what I'm saying? We started clicking when I had first got here, and honestly, since then, it's like I'm good with everybody now, just like how I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be that energy person for the team, you know what I'm saying? Want to have a good relationship with the whole team. So when it's time to go, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? One of those leaders for my guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
I like
Deuce,
that.
I thought he was gonna say me because first time I met him, we passed each other in the hallway, and he said, "Man, you sound like where I'm from. Where you from?"
you heard the accent. You can hear it. It stands out. I even do that when I'm out here in Hawaii, dog. I hear somebody talk. I hear a country accent. It's like, hey, where you from? I'm from South Carolina. I knew it. I knew you was from somewhere down there. I'm from Alabama. And it's
Man,
immediately, hey, how you doing?
I gotta ask you this. Speaking of the accent, have you ever seen Hustle and Flow?
Of course, yes, sir.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good was DJ accent and Hustle? How good was Terrence Howard accent and Hustle and Flow to you?
Man.
He funny. I ain't gonna lie. I give it like an 8.5 out of 9
Oh,
to a
he killed
9.
it. He killed it in.
Yeah, I ain't gonna like a little. They be making the little memes and stuff on social media. He be like Spider Man.
Yeah.
They be putting mine at the end. Yeah, he
Yeah. Yeah.
did.
I like
That's
that.
what's up, man.
Nah,
Hey,
yeah.
I have a question. If you could take a pick, someone just said, I hope you get that L on your uniform, French. Would you want an L or a D on your uniform? Leader or dog?
I prefer. I prefer. I'm
Oh
a.
yeah.
That's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own aspects of a dog. You know what I'm saying? I know when it's game time what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? But I put leader for sure because I know, you know what I'm saying. I let my plays do the talking for me. You know what I'm saying, and
Mhm.
let they lead my teammates. And I know how I get on the field. Let's go motivate them. You know what I'm saying. And I'm also that vocal leader. I ain't scared to speak up to them guys. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I say I prefer the L over the D because everybody got their own opinions of what the dog is. You know what I'm saying. But I know for sure I'm a leader. You know what I mean.
Right.
I love that. Ain't no
Man.
wrong. Ain't no wrong with that. When you talk about being vocal, y'all in the middle of the field, seeing it all. Talk about your communication with the D line in front of you and your relationship with those guys.
I swear Uncle
Uh,
Neil is like a
Nah,
genius. Read my
nah,
mind.
they're
I'm
my
like, oh,
guys. They're my guys. Tafiq, Big O, Barnes, Quincy, Arden, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I try to be the best teammate, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a big personality. So my guys, they mess with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be no bully. No, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I try to bring light into, you know what I'm saying, that defense, you know what I'm saying? And when I
right.
make plays, I get live, you know what I'm saying? Like
You lie.
it get live out there, like you know what I mean? They love it. So like just being able to do that, it makes it comfortable, it makes it easy to build a bond with them, you know what I'm saying? Like
But
I know what's up.
Friends, let me ask you this now. That sound all that sound good. They read good on paper. But how long was it before you said, "Damn, Tafiq, don't stop talking"?
Hey, Tafi go hard. Hey,
Man,
he don't
boy,
stop.
God.
Hey, but he's just like me though.
Yeah,
He's just like
Yeah,
me though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's what I like about him. You feel me? But his energy, his motive, he keep going. You know what I'm saying? I love
Yeah.
Tafi. That's my
French,
dog.
man. Dukes, let me just add this in here, Dukes. I know Uncle Neil always says things always lead back to me when I'm doing interviews and stuff. So I want
remarkable.
to this right this right here kind of I understand this because I played linebacker. Well, I played high school, but in arena football, I played middle linebacker too. So I just remember this when you was talking about being a vocal leader. I remember one practice I wasn't speaking as much, or it might have been a game, but one of my defensive linemen who remind me of Tawfiq turned around and said, "Hey, Chico, we need you to be back here talking like you normally do, man. That gets us crunk up. That gets us hype. I don't hear you back here. What's going on?" And so I started talking. They started making plays. Do you feel like they can feed off your vocal leadership and your energy back there, hearing you behind them and talking and being hyped up? And if so, how does it, you know, how do you think they feed off of your energy back there being vocal?
Oh yeah, I think some guys do. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, like I said, already have their own motor. You know what I mean? They already
Mhm.
be ready to go. But for sure, like whenever they see their linebacker back there being loud, vocal, communicate, and you know what I'm saying, making some plays, you know what I'm saying, they can't do nothing but, you know what I'm saying, be able to ready to go. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like that plays a huge part of it. You know what I'm saying? As of right now, this something I'm still trying to, you know what I'm saying, improve on and just show them more and more, you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna be that guy because we ain't played one game yet, you know what I'm saying? We've been going against
Yeah.
each other, but whenever we play games, you know what I'm saying, they really count, then they'll be able to see, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, the
It
real
naturally
side.
comes out then.
Yeah, yes, sir. Then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the season goes on. But also during, you know what I'm saying, they see it now as well. But you know what I'm saying, it'd be more solidifying when it's an official game and that type of stuff. But I feel like that plays a huge part and there's gonna be a big thing that I'm gonna try to do or that I like to do, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, to get my D line going.
Absolutely.
Friends, if you had to choose between you want to get that, like let's say it's third quarter tie game, we need some momentum, and you got to make a play to get the team hype. Would you rather hit a running back in the hole, blow it up on 4th and 1? Would you rather get an interception or a sack or a strip sack?
Strip sack.
Strip sack. Yep.
Strip sack. Only because we could probably get some more yards out of it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I know that strip sack, that ball will be bouncing, and we'll probably be one-on-one back there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Mhm.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, you just threw a lot of Memphis. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Some
But
linebackers because that 4th and 1 stop.
yeah, that
Yeah.
fourth. Hey, if it was maybe in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
then that 4th and 1 stop meet him in the hole. I probably had took that, but
Yeah.
the interception sound good. But you know what's so crazy? I never had a college interception.
Okay. We
So
get one this year.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
trying. That's
that's
what
what
I'm
we
aiming
on.
for. That's
Yeah.
what
They
I'm aiming
coming.
for.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get one this
hopefully we
year.
get one this year.
Bring
Hey,
the
Frank,
street football hands back to work. Put them to work.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you know, one of the things about your position, uh, and this is not to say that others are not. Everybody take discipline out there, but give me a second with this. One thing about your position, that the discipline of being bored, in that, you know, you have a lineman assignment, of course, and sometimes you sitting there just playing with your eyes, your eye discipline versus just overreacting, reacting wrong. What through your game, you know, from Blackhaven, you know, to a college all the way to Colorado, what has helped you develop like that patience to play linebacker where you're playing with your eyes first?
Just getting a lot of reps, and just understanding every play is not mine to make.
Mm.
Like I can understand, like, as I got to college, you guys, like, it's really about doing your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
responsibility and handling the right way. But sometimes you can make plays by doing, like, through your job. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
So that is how it always occurs. But like that's for sure not how it is. But like just always just also being a linebacker with my eyes reading the triangle. You know what I'm saying? And the
Mhm.
ball is the ball. The key is always the ball. You know what I mean? So regardless of whatever my job is, when the ball is gone, then I can react. You know what I mean? So it just be
Yeah.
slow to react. You know what I mean? But
Because
sometimes,
a lot of
no, you
people,
can go.
friends, I'm gonna pour this into you and the audience as well. A lot of people in your situation, like they got just one more year, right? And they're trying to get there, and you can mistakenly value your personal stats over the scheme, and not understanding that the people who are evaluating for the next level, they're watching the scheme. They
Yep.
know what your job is, and so just because you didn't make that tackle or you made less tackles, they're looking at like, is this guy's athletic ability coachable to what we do? Can we trust him to do what we said? But then you have that balance out there. People like, oh man, it's game 3 and I ain't got this stat yet. I ain't did that yet. Not understanding that chasing that stuff hurts you from a team dynamic. But so people are so stat oriented. How do you reconcile that with yourself? Like, all right, let me play my game now. Let me not get out of whack.
It's crazy. Cause last year I kind of was chasing those TFLs, like, but I wasn't chasing those to like probably gained 4 or 5 when I was like realizing like I was like top in the country doing it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I was saying, I was still doing my job as well. But man, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because what you just told me, I never knew. You know what I mean? But like, cause like last year, coming from UTSA, I'm trying to get stats. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show the league that I can play. But don't get me wrong, I didn't have a lot of busts as well because, like I said, it's also about doing your job and like to be a leader, you gotta
Yeah.
constantly do your job over and over and over because you can't be out here yelling at somebody about busting plays and you out here doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say like the last couple years that's not really been my you know what I'm saying aspect of it because I really do be focused on doing my job, you know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to be the reason why we get scolded on, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
dog, you play for the greatest cornerback in the history game, arguably the best football player in the history game, but he don't lead the league in interceptions.
See, disrespectable.
He
See what
did
I'm
his
saying?
job.
Yeah.
And
Did
when
his
you do your
job.
job, the ball tend not to come your way because they
You
know
see
you
what I'm
over there.
saying? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You know you doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people who evaluate, they see that. They like,
Yeah.
okay, it ain't that he didn't get but 2 tackles. They ain't crazy enough to run his way. Like he's forcing the ball the other way.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Hey, man, we at the top of the hour. Y'all make sure y'all get in the comments, hit the like, subscribe, and everything else, man. Martavius French in the building. Let me get it right. Martavius French is in
Yes,
the
sir.
building. Get it right, man. Number
And y'all
37.
make sure
You
y'all
gonna
go
keep that
follow him.
37, French?
Yes, sir. I believe so, yes, sir.
All right.
But the
Go
only
ahead.
way
What
somebody
you
can get it is they got to take it from you. And if you don't let them take it, they can't get it.
Respect.
think? Yeah.
Hey, y'all
Absolutely.
make sure y'all follow French on his socials. I know Chico had it on the screen, but you can say it to him, French. Let him know where to get at you at. Because I'm telling y'all, in this world of NIL, et cetera, the more y'all follow these athletes and comment and like and share what they posting, it helps with their value as well. So how can people keep up with you, French?
Y'all can reach out to me on and follow me on every platform at 1210 1210 Frenchie, FRENCHIE, 1210 Frenchie on all platforms.
Yeah.
Man,
And if
French,
you're
before you
looking
go, I
for
gotta
me,
ask you one thing.
Yes, sir.
Bro, everybody I know from Memphis, like we call it Jonah in Atlanta, and some people call it Jankin, and people call
Yeah.
it everybody I know from Memphis will get on your top, bro. Like it's crazy. Why
Yeah.
is it why do people joke on people so much in Memphis? Like, I don't like what
Man.
is it?
Growing up, like for real in school, elementary school, they just cause it's always them bad kids. There's
Yeah.
always man, they so bad. Like they just be checking you. So like you gotta build some tough skin. I ain't gonna lie. So you gotta be able to learn how to check back. You know what I'm saying? But I got
Yeah.
cousins that can check good. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, but
okay.
that's really like, but it's just to also have fun. Like, you
Right.
know, you already know it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to crack some jokes, you know what I'm
Now Memphis usually win when they like it's a couple dudes on Instagram like T Money so funny. He goes so crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
What's my man? Marcus
Flamaholics, you heard
901.
Flamaholics.
Oh my
yeah.
Flamaholic.
Yeah.
yeah, buddy.
They got
Like
a
it's
Memphis
unreal.
roast or something. They got a Memphis roast league or something like that. I
Oh
saw.
yeah, they be
Yeah.
going at it. Yeah, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And,
Love
and
for
French,
Memphis,
one
man.
one more Memphis thing before we let you bounce.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna let the chat decide it. We finna put this ducktail Gucci shag thing to rest.
Say
Oh
less.
man.
Say less. Come on.
Now
Cause
you
look,
Put it to rest, man.
I was going through the comments on Instagram. Some people said it was ducktail, but look, some people said it was a Gucci. Some people was under there saying it was a Gucci, man.
so let them they gotta see it now. Let them see the Gucci.
You know, see,
And then
I ain't got a haircut. I ain't got a haircut like that, so we ain't gonna look that good. We ain't
all
gonna
All right,
right.
so y'all see that little we used to call it a shag back in the day.
gotta look
Y'all
Hey,
Gucci.
let
y'all
us know
call
in
it
the
a
chat.
shag.
Is that a Gucci? Is it a ducktail?
We just called it a tail. Or you might call it a rat tail. You know,
Yeah,
what y'all
I heard
call it?
some people call it kitchen. I heard rat tail. But I thought so. What they call it? You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever seen Boys in the Hood where Trey had it twisted up? What do they call it?
That was a
Oh
tell to
man.
me.
Yeah, it was just
So
a
that was a
tail.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a tail. So that's what I'm saying. All right, it just you know what I'm saying. Wherever you from, I feel like they got the different name for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And the
I go
shag
All
to
right.
me was
Look, you
more
see that?
it was higher.
You see that?
Yeah.
Scorpion Queen.
Hey man. Shout out to Bucky with his. You know, I always thought they were supposed to be faded down and then come out. You know, but
Some
y'all
of
got y'all's more like a razor line now, like a line back
yeah,
there.
like don't I'm saying like in Texas, some of them do have it. They call it a shag. That's when
Yeah, when
like
you
it
fade
goes
it.
and it get like it's like a big low afro back there. They be having low haircuts and then it
Yeah.
go right to a big afro. Yeah, they call it a shag.
You getting some Gucci votes, but it's been more ducktail and shag votes. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, my boy. Like you getting a couple Gucci votes. Hey,
Hey, my
French man, you know you welcome to come back anytime on the morning run, man. Before you go, please shout out your camp, what day it is, what time it is, and where they can pull up at Black Haven to see it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. My camp will be at Whitehaven High School in Memphis, Tennessee. The camp starts at 10 a.m. That flyer is actually wrong. It's free for
That's
all
wrong.
ages. Nah, that's right, but I just got the ages wrong on there. It's actually free for
Okay.
ages 5 through 13. The camp only just be 2 hours. You know, I just want to try to bring out kids, so I have some fun with me, and just come enjoy that day after the 4th. You know what I mean? Right before I have to come back and report to school.
Yes, sir. Because it be here before you
Absolutely,
know
man.
it, and then fall camp be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Man, much love to you, brother. Good luck on your camp. If you're in Memphis area, North Mississippi, over in Arkland Miss across the bridge, drive on over, man, to Black Haven, support his camp. If you're a business, want to reach out, supply some food or something, hit him up. Y'all know where to get at him, man. French dog, we appreciate you, man. Much love, brother.
Man, much love to y'all.
100%.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, friend.
Yes, sir.
Already. Linebacker extraordinaire, number 37 from Memphis, man. Feel me? Big shoulders, little shoulder pads.
North.
Yep.
Hey,
Dukes, hey man, I still be tripping on Dukes with the definitely hope so.
definitely hope
I
so.
done added that. Hey, I done added that to my words, man. I be telling folks that since you said it. Hey, Nita, you gonna
man.
fall through? Yeah, man. I definitely hope so.
Yeah.
That's about as non-committal.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all in the chat rocking with us and you know giving some questions and comments and everybody else. I will be adding some moderators coming soon for all the haters that come in the chat, especially when we have anything to do with Colorado. We got haters come out of nowhere. They're like roaches.
Man, I love them, man. It's good for the algorithm.
Yeah. I'll keep. Y'all want us to, as Stephen A. Smith says, if y'all want us to keep coming, we gonna keep coming.
That sounds like a Chicoism.
That really was a Chico. I don't know. I ain't touching that.
That was a Chicoism.
I asked you to touch it.
Man, let me tell you something. The messenger matters more than the message. Had Duke said that, I'd be like, okay, Duke, yeah. Chico said it like, I don't know what he talking about.
Chico, man.
He get Chico on.
Hey man, yeah. Any questions about let's go back. Shout out to Martavius French, man. Any questions about his camp? Y'all go to his Instagram page. Y'all can follow him right now at 1210 Frenchie. Frenchie is spelled I-E, not with the Y on the end, with the I-E. 1210 Frenchie. I just had it on the screen. I'll put it up one more time for you haters in the back. Hey man. There you go,
He said,
man.
reaching back to give back is my mission. Come learn the game and have fun with us. Excited to be home. Free for all ages 5 through 13, man. Shout out, just had the mindset as a college student to do a free camp in your hometown on the football field where you learn the game.
Mm-hmm. Hard. Man, I sound like a linebacker too, man. Like if I want somebody to be quarterback of my defense from the center of the field, I would love to have French out there talking and getting people excited and making plays, man. So
let me tell you something. Can't be a quiet linebacker. Like a quiet linebacker who don't have too much to say.
Let me tell you something, Deuce, that you touched on, man, and what you just said there. You said what part of the field?
The middle, the center.
The middle of center field. I want the chat to understand something, man. Like we ain't been free as long as we think we have, and free as long as we act like. Like we got to remember just a little while ago in this sport that we love called football, people that look like the three men on this screen, you couldn't play the middle of the field. You couldn't play quarterback. You couldn't play center. You couldn't play linebacker. You couldn't play safety because those were the cerebral positions. That's what they told us, that you don't think fast enough. You're not intelligent enough to play these positions. And I love when we have black quarterbacks, black centers, black middle linebackers, black safeties, because it shows just in a little amount of time now how far this game has evolved and the evolution of players and how what we have overcome to have these positions. Like it ain't been that long ago, y'all. It seemed like it's been a long time, but when you look at the calendar, you ain't been free as long as you think you have.
I remember seeing Warren Moon as a little kid, and I had a little Warren Moon figurine, and I just remember him like that was something that stood out to me. This black man with this nice afro, good looking too, wore number 1, and he's the quarterback and throwing that thing.
And what they sent him to? Canada.
Had to prove himself up there and then come back and still do his damn thing in the league, man. Warren Moon, one of the coldest ever. Yeah. Just in case y'all didn't know.
It's just something to remember about when you're watching the game, man. Like we got some ways to go in America. I ain't trying to move nowhere else right now. I'm on a visit some places, me and Chico, but I ain't trying to move nowhere. But we history is history, man.
Hold on, all right, real quick trivia. Warren Moon that year he had them 3. I know they had a trio of receivers that was super good.
Hayward Jeffries,
Ernest Givens. Who was the other one?
Ooh, good question. Damn.
Yeah, you said the 2 names I remember already, so I can't help with the third one.
Because I was trying to name the third one. So I remember you had the posse up in Washington. Art Monk, Ricky Sanders, if I'm mistaken. Hey, hold up. That's a good one. Who's that trio?
Art Monk.
Who's the
Hayward
trio?
Jeffries was my guy with the Houston Oilers.
Who's
Ernest
the trio
Givens
with the Oilers?
and Drew Hill.
And Drew Hill.
Drew Hill. I like when he was in Minnesota with Big Jake Reed, Chris Carter, and them.
Yeah.
Jake Reed was my guy, dog, with the top fade at the time.
Yeah.
Herman Moore with Detroit. Big time receivers back in the day, man.
And who was in the posse, man? Art Monk, the posse. Posse. Yeah. I remember Art Monk.
Receivers in the Hall.
Sanders. Hold on, man. I gotta Google that.
You mean the Washington Redskins receivers? Art Monk, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders.
Boom! I had 2 out of 3, boy.
Yeah.
Gary Clark. That's what I was missing. I had 2 out of 3, man. Man. When we go to Colorado, we gotta go to trivia. We find us an NFL trivia. We coming home with some money. I'm telling you.
Oh.
Me and you go. We can't take Wubba Dub over there with us.
Wubba Dub gonna get all the answers right. We can have a trivia right now.
Go ahead.
Between us 3.
Go ahead, Chico.
Chico, you just said it was 1 to 12 minutes after. Now here you go.
No, now you getting tired. No, you talk that smack ish. You talk that ish now, Ocho. You got to defend that, Ocho.
I hear you later.
Run me my money. All right, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all coming in once again. The J hat, the P hat, and the lace front. Easy. Shout out to T Braids 808 Hawaii.
Oh no, 420 more. I still got my 10 push-ups. I got.
I'll go to cash them in on site. Probably
site.
A Boulder somewhere. But if I don't show up to Boulder, then I don't have to do them. Damn, I meant to tell French. I forgot to do something to French, man. For French, I had a little drop for him. Damn. I'll get it.
You know, you can still do it. We can clip it and show it to him. You know.
Nah, it won't be the same.
You know,
why would I do it? Like, y'all really think y'all be gonna get me, don't you? Y'all think y'all can just ask me questions in different ways and think y'all gonna get me? Because Uncle said on the show the other night, he want to tell it. He want to tell it.
Oh, no, I want to say it patiently waiting because you want to do it.
You said you had a clip for him, right?
I just had, no, not a clip, but something I was going to say that he was going to relate to it.
You can still say it, Chico.
I'm not trying to get you. Is it something bad?
Nah, it was just something that he would get that, you know what I mean? That's all.
I'm saying
a little inside thing. But I can't do it now because he's not on here. He would have had to respond. It would have been like saying, "Sac passé," you know, to someone. You go, you say it out loud. You gotta say it back.
What you would have said?
I would have said, "Hey man, we at the end of the show. Next time we'll make sure we get to it. My main man Dukes, I appreciate you. Uncle Neely, you know what it is." What?
I don't know what it is. That's why I'm laughing. I don't think you know what it is.
Hey guys, if you're still watching the show, you got a few minutes left to go onto the website right now. Type in code TMR10 and get 10% off of your final order at checkout. Whatever you order, t-shirt, hockey jerseys, hats, sippy cups, onesies, whatever it is, all-purpose towel, you get 10% off at checkout. The link
So I'm
is right
guessing
there.
it would have been some Memphis Lane.
Something like that.
And nobody would have got it but him?
Something like that.
Was it really Memphis Lane?
Not really.
All right, I'll leave it alone.
Man, Chico, say the damn thing, man.
How you gonna just say the thing? No. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. We're gonna be up and about this thing. We got to end it right now. Thank y'all for coming.
Got them coming, Don Duncan. Get you a morning run coffee mug. You need it in your life.
Yeah, Portia would have got it in the right Jewel.
We got morning run coffee mugs, guys.
Portia would have got
morning run
it.
shirts.
She went to Whitehaven High School.
It's a bunch of people in the chat from Memphis.
See, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't. That's why I answered it like Duke answered it. Like definitely, maybe. That's why it's not really Memphis, man. It's something else. It's inside. That's all. Come on, man. Little hat, big head, man.
Oh, okay, boom. All right, there we go.
Let me go in on it, man.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Y'all don't really think. Man, give him a bucket of chicken and he'll tell everything. Now.
You sit on first 48 like Lil Daryl.
The crazy.
Leave me alone.
And the funny part be what Chico be planting his flag on. Now he'll tell you the craziest stuff in the world without being prodded, poked, or nothing. He'll tell you the craziest stuff in the world.
And all I said was, "Damn, I forgot to tell French something." And y'all want to? What is it?
I'm saying, go ahead and say it because he will see the clip.
And I'm saying, no, I can't because it's not going to go across the same way.
It never goes across the same way, Chico.
It should be left.
All of your stuff falls flat. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. You saying okay? I get you saying it might have fell flat, right? Because you said French would have had to pick it up. So if you say it, then we probably you saying like we might try to line you up.
If y'all want to end it that way, y'all want to put it that way. However you want it.
Think about really it. Asking.
Rationalize it in your head. I've been trying to say it for the whole time. We just gonna leave it alone. Let her be. Let her be.
All right, though.
But that man to come in here and tell us the craziest stuff in the world.
Yeah, man.
I ain't even gonna repeat some of it. But all right.
King on the Throne just called Chico a Tyler Perry doppelganger. That means Chico. I mean, y'all look alike.
Man, we don't look alike. I was thinking about that driving the other day.
Yeah, you don't look alike. Well, you look alike. That lawsuit, you was claiming the hell out of Tyler Perry.
That's true, but now I know we don't look alike.
That's true.
Because I know that.
He claimed Tyler Perry for the lawsuit, and he claimed he was Kanye's cousin before the kissing and telling.
It's like as soon as I claim we cousins, some crazy come out. Damn. Hey, y'all being cousins.
You mother, don't you mother. You son of a.
Chico, man.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end the show right now, real fast. YouTube said the best thing to do is to end the show quickly and don't keep them coming. That way, we end the show with people still in there. So, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Peace.